All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? I'm so sorry I'm late. I apologize for the delay, but we are on now. And yeah, we're supposed to start at 2:10. I'm really late here. I try to never do that. I was just having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're good to go now. And it looks like people are really liking these mini tests. I'm loving them. I use them with my students, and I think they're the best. They're just a good mix. Sometimes there's a little bit of a divergence between the SAT problems and the practice problems that are there. So that's the thing, but these are really solid. What's up, everybody? Soul Gaming, how's it going? What's up? I am not watching the Euros, actually. I am what's it called? I did watch the UFC fight though last night. I don't know if any of you guys watched that. What's up, Chris? So I'm looking at my phone. I was just testing this. It doesn't seem to be, I don't know why it's not playing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, perfect. I was checking the audio, making sure everything was playing. Yeah, kids, trust this man. Yeah, thank you, my dude. But yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the UFC fight last night. It was wild beyond wild. But anyways, I digress. Let's do this thing. Here we go. We got the mini test. It's a calculator section, so I got the calculator queued up, and I'll do my best to answer questions at the end. Make sure to click that like button if you do like what you see and you are enjoying the stream and like what I have to offer. And feel free to subscribe if you want to rock out when it comes to the math section of the SAT. Last but not least, make sure to, see I said math puzzles on YouTube. Of course, if you haven't checked out my math puzzles channel on YouTube, just go to YouTube, type in math puzzles Huzefa. It'll come up. But really, you should check out the new TikTok account that we have. It's math.puzzles, and it's the same content, but in TikTok format if you prefer it that way. So we're really excited about that. Been cranking out a lot of videos up there. I think we have almost like 34, 35 math puzzles up there. All right. Without further ado, let's do this thing. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Kimberly, that's awesome. Amazing. That's so great. And if you want, Kimberly, if you're interested in doing a video testimonial, hit me up, Huzefa@scalarlearning.com, or the email below, tutoring@scalarlearning.com. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. One side, you estimate the bears populate 42 bears. 42 bears for every 1,000 habitat. How many bears would you expect to find? Okay, this is just a proportion, 8,500 x, right? And on top, we have bears. On the bottom, we have land, cross. Let's use the calculator. 42 times 8,500 equals that. Divided by 1,000 is 357. Oops. 357. Boom. Done. Next. The musical interval between two sounds is called an octave if the ratio of the sound's frequency is 2 to 1. The following table shows the name of musical intervals between two sounds based on the ratios of the two sounds' frequency. If a sound is played with 480 hertz, and the second sound is played with 800 hertz, what is the name of the musical interval? Basically, what is the ratio? But they don't have 480 to 800, so we have to reduce the ratio just like we'd reduce a fraction. Divide both by 10. Now I've got 48 to 80. Divide them both by 8, I guess, or 16 even. 48 divided by 16 is 3. 80 divided by 16 is 5. 3 to 5 is this one. It's a major sixth. Boom, done. A scientist wants to compare the behavior of dolphins in a part of the Gulf of Mexico contaminated by an oil spill to the behavior of dolphins in a part of the Gulf of Mexico not affected by the oil spill. Wait, got it. That's best description of the research study. Observational study. Because he's looking at what's there and he's looking at what's not there. There's no controlled experiment. It's not like a controlled experiment would be like, hey, let's get these two groups and we're going to alter one and keep the other one the same. They're not doing that. The thing's already there. Sample survey, you're not surveying the animals. It's like a questionnaire or something. A-B solution, let's solve. It's a system of linear and quadratic. So I'm going to substitute 6x minus 30 in for the y down there equals x squared minus 18x plus 114. Let's set everything equal to 0. So I'm going to minus 6x from this side. So 18 minus 6 is 24x. I'm going to add 30 to that. That becomes 144. Ooh, it looks like a perfect square because it's going to be x minus 12. Because what multiplies to positive 144 adds to negative 24? It's negative 12 and negative 12. So x is 12, but that's the a value because that's the x value. So I need to find the corresponding y value. So plug and chug into either. 12 in there is 6 times 12 is 72 minus 30, which is 42. Let's double check here. Let's just double check here. 144 minus 18 times 12. And then plus 114 is 42. It is double verified. I just made sure to plug it into both equations. You don't necessarily need to do that, but if you got the time and its calculator, go for it. The golden ratio is a controversial number, believed by many to describe various natural structures such as vein and stem structures in plants and even DNA. It's often expressed as a positive solution to the above quadratic equation. Round to the nearest hundredth, what is the golden ratio expressed as a decimal nearest hundredth? Okay. So this is a strange one and not feeling like it's super SAT-ish. It's a little weird, but this is how you would do it. I'm going to use the quadratic formula. Because of course doesn't factor. So negative b. So a, b, c. Negative b is positive 1 plus or minus square root of b squared, which is 1 squared is 1, minus 4. A is 1. C is negative 1 over 2a, which is 2 times 1, which is 2. So it's 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 4, which is 5 over 2. I am only using the positive side because we want the positive answer, I guess. Yeah. So it's 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2 is 1. Well, this is calculator, so why even give this? But it's 1.62. The funny thing is, if this is a weird question because if you know what the golden ratio is, it's like, you can just. I don't think they'd ever ask a question like that on the actual SAT, where you could theoretically leverage that knowledge of the golden ratio. Sean has ordered a gift online and was told it will be delivered in a cube-shaped gift box with a volume of 8,000. What's the cubic root of 8,000? Is it 20? I think it's 20. Cubic root, we could write it as 1 divided by 3 or 1/3 part. Yeah, it's 20. So S is 20. Oops. 20, 20, 20. Shown at the left. In order to purchase enough wrapping paper to cover the box, you must calculate the surface area. What's the surface area of the box? Okay. So there's 6 faces. They're all equal. The surface area of each one is 20 times 20, which is 400. And since there's 6 times 400, which is 2,400, boom, done. Just like a dice, right? A box, 6 sides. A bakery needs to, come on. A bakery needs to make cakes from other items for storing ingredients. Each cake is made from 4 cups of batter and 7.5 cups of frosting. The baker, I wrote 7.5. 7.5 is 3.5. That could have been bad. The bakery has storage for up to 150 cups of ingredients. Got it. So in total, we need 7.5 cups per each cake. If the bakery wants no batter left over, which of the following could be the volume of the batter and frosting that they store? So obviously it can't add up to over 150. That's out. That's out. It's one of these two. And then we need a 4 to 3.5 ratio or 8 to 7 ratio. It's got to be this. Oh, wait. Sorry. Excuse me. They want to make sure no batter is left over, so they don't care about the frosting. Yeah, this one's fine because you'll have frosting left over. So it's this one. Because that would be, you'd take 64 cups would be like 8 cakes. 70 cups would make 10 cakes. So you'd have, what's it called? I guess 14 cups of frosting left over, and that's okay. They just said no. Yeah, no batter left over. So D is the winner. Booyah. All right, next. Numero 8. I'm going to keep that so you can see the time. A university had 150 students registered for an introductory sociology class. 150 students. Got it. Let me write that down. Students were randomly assigned to either section taught with case studies or with lectures. Case studies, lectures. Got it. Both sections are the same final exam, so these guys did better. Both margins of are at 90% confidence level, which of the following conclusion is most reasonable regarding sociology class? Should only offer the lecture teaching method. It's just too like definitive. I mean, look, yeah, it did better, but it's still within the margin of error. So theoretically, this could be 87, and this could be 89. Like, I don't know. Case studies should not offer. I mean, again, it's just ridiculous. It's too extreme because neither section achieved the target of 90%. I mean, where is that? The university should only offer the lecture teaching method. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't have strong evidence. You didn't even need to go through all that. A state accountant models that sales tax revenue grew by 15% per year for several years. Then 2 years ago, so this is now present, and then 2 years ago, the revenue was 2.1 billion. The revenue when it began growing by 179.5 million per year, which is like 0.1795 billion, I guess. How much less would the revenue be this year if it had continued growing? Okay, it's a lot to digest here. So first, I'm gonna represent that in billions. Wait, it's in millions. Hold on, the answer's in millions. So I'm gonna keep it in millions. So 179.5 times 2 equals plus 2.1 billion is 2,100 million. Doesn't even matter. But I'll just say it anyways. Because I could also say it's okay. I kept it in billions, but that's in millions. Yeah, let's make it let's make this, and let's make this. So 2,459 million. Hope that's not confusing. Or what if it continued growing at 15%? So now let's go back to 2,100 times 1.15. That would be what we'd have here. And then next year, and then multiply again. That's a 15% increase. So you'd have 2,777. What? Wait. Wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. 50%. It was 2.1 million. This is less than 15%. But how much less would the revenue be? That can't be right. Because 179.5 million it's less than 10%. So the 15% should be more. Maybe they worded it weird and they meant to word it the other way. 2,459. I guess, yeah, it must be 318. So I think they worded it backwards. About how much less would the revenue be if it had continued? Because it'd be more. If it continued growing at 15%, it'd be 318 more. So I think that's just a wording mistake. Well, let's see. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but okay. Yeah, I think we'll just roll with that. Okay, 2009 to 2013, print advertising revenue are in billions of dollars from newspaper in the United States could be modeled by a linear function. Got it. 2010, print advertising revenue was 22.8 billion year and revenue. And in 2013, it was 117.3 billion. Okay, so we just basically want to make a linear equation. Let's make this t, and let's make this the function value. All right. All we need to do is calculate slope. So the difference of the y's, 22.8 minus 17.3. Make sure I didn't write down the numbers wrong. And then it's divided by 3, 2013 minus 10. Divided by, negative 3 technically. Divided by 3, I'll just say 3. So negative 1.83 should be the slope. This is the only one with, we have 2 with negative 1.83. So these two are out. It's one or the other. I could either plug in chug and figure out, this is the y-intercept. It shouldn't be 22.8 because that's in 2010. In 2009 is when t is 0. What is it? Well, yeah, T represents years. Yeah. So when T is 0, it shouldn't give us 22.8 because that's 2010 value. So it's got to be D. All right. Let's see how we did. We have a few minutes to spare. All right, we got them all right. Let's go back at this one. I just want to read the wording again. Oh, the revenue be... No, I'm telling you, they messed up. See, it doesn't make sense, the wording. The sales tax would have been $318 million less than if the growth had continued as before. The sales is. It doesn't say would be. It didn't say what if it began. It said the revenue began growing. About how much less would the revenue be this year? About how much less would the revenue be this year than if it had continued to grow? The wording is so confusing, but hopefully it made sense to you. I mean, there was no real other way to do it. Tehran, good question. Yeah. So the reason why I have it as 2 of 4 is because I intentionally got everything wrong in the early part. So like any of the practice sets, I try and get them all wrong. It's obviously like I kind of blaze through them. But the reason why is because the level 3 and level 4, as I've stated many times, if you watch my videos, obviously you haven't paid attention to that, but the levels 3 and 4 are kind of beyond the scope of the SAT in a lot of cases. Sometimes the level 3s are pretty good. Sometimes the level 4s are all right, but in general, it's too much. So I didn't want to go to a super high level and then just be doing these crazy difficult things that have less relevance to the SAT than level 2 and level 3 in particular. So yes, I am a math tutor. I see you asked that with some sarcasm, but that's the reason. Diego Bonilla, what's up? All right. That is it. What's up, Bilal? All right, guys, we're going to wrap. I got to go hit the gym. Sunday fun day. Hope you guys liked it. If you did like this video, please click that like button. And if you want to see more from the channel, hit subscribe. Once again, I got to mention my Math Puzzles channel. That's the thing I'm most excited about right now for the stuff that we're creating. And you can, obviously it's on YouTube, but I would check it out on TikTok. I think the TikTok one is pretty sweet. It's math.puzzles on TikTok. So yeah, follow me there and we're just banging out more and more math puzzles. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.